overall, man, when he head kicked me, I had never been hit like that in my life, and it brung the dog out of me. I think that fight showed what I'm made of, and
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. I was reading the comments from our last interview that we did.
Yes, sir.
And someone was saying that you look a lot like Ryan Clark. Do you get that a lot?
I actually do. Yeah, I get that a lot. It was kind of funny because I used to work at Chili's Bar and Grill back in Oklahoma. I was before I was pro. I was pro and still working there. And a bar guest came in. He was like, "Man, you look like a guy in the NFL." And I was just like, "All right, I can't wait to hear this one." And then he said Ryan Clark. I was like, "Oh God!" It's like the 8th, 9th time I've heard that. It's probably just the beard, short haired. So, but I've heard that quite a bit.
I could see it a little bit, but it's not like you guys are like identical or anything.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. So, yeah, I've actually had that a few times. So it's a funny.
So has people come up to you and like want a picture, and you just took the picture?
No, not that far. No, I've seen a lot of like people that they have celebrity lookalikes, and then they'll take pictures with them. I'm just like, I don't think I have that in me to pretend I'm somebody else. So I could do that, but no, I haven't had that yet. So
yeah, well, it's gonna happen eventually. Someone's gonna come up to you and be, they're
absolutely.
gonna do it. You're gonna do this. You just got to handle it the way you handle it, right? So
absolutely, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's weird, man, because like people have come up to me and said, "Oh, you're some Asian athlete," you know what I mean? Like, don't even look like.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah,
we all we're all gonna run to those. You look like somebody one day or another. So,
yeah, for sure.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, man. Now, sticking with pigskin, I know that you transitioned from collegiate football to MMA, and that that transition, I just wanted to talk about that. Were there a lot of obstacles for you? I mean, some people talk about like, since you were an athlete, it might have been easier, but those are two completely different sports.
Yeah, they're very much two completely different sports. But a lot of stuff that I had in football, I was able to take with me. I was able to take with me to to martial arts. So that was a good thing. That was a plus. Just like the side to side speed, the footwork, the level changes, all that stuff like that. I was able to apply that to MMA, which was great.
For sure. I think the footwork is probably something that has helped you a lot, right?
Absolutely. I do a lot of ladder work still. I do a lot of that ladder work just to stay on my toes, being on the ball of my feet, being able to move, not being so flat footed, and just, keeping my athletic ability. So that actually helps a lot, just like I did in football. Fast twitch muscles, fast twitch movements, and the IQ that I have in football, it kind of transitions over a little bit to MMA. You can kind of see things a little faster, have faster reaction times than most martial artists. But there's definitely certain things that you can do in football that you can't do in MMA. You just can't.
But I think toughness as well. I mean, I think that's a key factor, right? You do have to be pretty tough because you're getting hit and you have to hit people, and you have to be ready for that.
Absolutely. You have to be ready for that. I mean, some could say in football, you're protected with the helmets, the shoulder pads, and all that stuff like that. But dude, I've been hit so hard sometimes I don't even know where I was. And yeah, the toughness has to be there. The toughness. It's just like if you're a defensive back and you're a man-on-man coverage and the ball gets thrown your way, you got to be tough. You got to be mentally focused to make a play. Man-on-man, all eyes are on you. Same thing in the cage, man versus man. All eyes are on you. You're in your own island type of thing.
When I was younger, I did play football for a couple of years, and I remember hitting the running back, and the running back was bigger than me. He was probably outweighed me by 50 pounds, and I hit him, and I thought I hit him hard, but it felt like he hit me harder. It was like a weird like reaction thing. You know what I mean? Like I hit him and I tackled him, but I was hurt more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and that's the name of the game. Sometimes you feel like you deliver a hit, but it's just like, nah, bro, you just got hit hard. So
uh,
that definitely has happened to me more than
sure.
another time.
Peak Fighting 25, man, the welterweight title fight, third round submission win over Perry Stargell. Were you satisfied with that performance?
No, not at all, not at all. I had a bunch of stuff go on leading up to that fight, but that's irrelevant. Perry is a high level striker. Let me say that he is a high level striker. He's very fast. He hits tremendously hard. He's very strong. He's just that guy that Perry is. Anybody that wants to fight Perry Stargell, just know you're in for a world of trouble. That guy's a stud. We had worked on a couple of things going into that fight that worked during that fight. You know, some small victories that we had, footwork and all that stuff like that. But overall, man, when he head kicked me, I had never been hit like that in my life, and you know, it brung the dog out of me. I think that fight showed what I'm made of, and he came out the second round very dominant. Shouldn't have been as dominant as he did, but you know, I was still kind of hurt from the first round, but I stuck it out, and we came in, and I remember telling my corners like, "Hey, these next 3 rounds got to be my rounds." So that's kind of, you know, we ended it early, and I'm glad, but it is what it is, man. You know, we got the win, but I'm not satisfied with that win. I feel like I'm way better than what I showed, and I'm hoping July 15th I will be able to show what I'm capable of.
But isn't there a little bit like satisfaction that you had the adversity and it was like heavy adversity and you came back and finished the fight rather than like winning in 60 seconds?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely, there's a lot of satisfaction. There's a, you know, just the satisfaction that I could possibly. I know that I'm durable. I know that I can. You know, I don't want to end up in that situation again. But I know if I'm there, I know I've been there and I can make it through it again. Um, I pray I'm not. I don't go there again this fight. But you never know, man. You never know. It's the fight game. Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth, and that's just that, you know. We talk about that all the time. You know, one of my teammates, a lot of my teammates tell me like, "Hey, man, you made it through a situation that 75% of fighters would not have made it through. So you got to give yourself some credit there." But it is what it is. I'm just glad that that fight was over with.
After that title win and holding the undefeated record, did you feel disappointed that you didn't get the call to the big promotions?
To an extent, I did, but it is what it is, man. Um, I feel like a lot of people feel like I should have at least got a contender series call or just went short notice, but it's not my time. You know, it's all about God's timing, and I'm not gonna be disappointed about that. I'm just gonna keep sharpening my tools. I'm just gonna keep sharpening my tools, and when I get that call, make sure I'm very prepared. What happens is a lot of these guys get the call too early, and they can't perform as they should. So with me, I'm just gonna make sure I'm ready to go, and whatever happens, happens. But you know, I'm just really focused on July 15th. I got a huge obstacle in front of me, a very tough fight, a very hard fight, and I need to worry about that. You know, and then whatever happens, if I pray I get that win, and if I get that call, then you know we'll go. But if not, I just gotta stay sharpening my tools. That way, when I do get that call, I'm more than ready, and they're like, "Hey, okay, this guy was ready."
July 15th, Peak Fighting 30 main event, title fight, Evan Cuts. He's a former Fury FC champ, most experienced fighter for you to date. What do you think of him and his style?
He's very versatile. He likes to brawl. He stays long. Um, you know, he'll go for takedowns. He's not scared to take the fight wherever it goes. If you want to stay standing, he'll stay standing. If you want to go to the ground, let's go to the ground. Very slick submissions, known for his jujitsu. So he's just a versatile fighter, you know, and he's durable. He's a professional. So, and what I mean by that is he's going to show up on time. He's going to make weight. You don't have to worry about he's not going to be a slouch. He's going to give it 100% his all in that cage. And, he's going to march forward, you know, and that's what you can say about that guy, you know. Like I said, he's comfortable wherever it goes. If you want to stay standing, he'll give you that fight. You know, he'll bang it out with you. If you want to go to the ground, he's not scared to do that. So it's just one of those fights, man. And he's got grit. He's got grit and talent. So I'm gonna have to, really dig deep and see what I'm made of.
The last fight you had, you had to dig deep in that one, and I feel like this is kind of like the perfect fight to come after. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
type of fighter to come after to give you a little bit more of a test rather than maybe taking one step back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and that's what the game is about, man. You always want to keep climbing the ladder. You never want to take a fight, do good. That was a tough fight, and then take a step back down. No, you want to keep climbing and keep finding your potential and keep pushing yourself to be the best you can be and to actually prove and have a leg to stand on that you need to go to the next level. So I'm all for that.
And building confidence, right? Has confidence ever been an issue for you throughout your career?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a very humble person. I have nerves just like every human being. Some guys just have false confidence, so they'll use their false confidence to kind of, boost themselves and talk a little trash. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe talking trash because we got to fight any kind of way you look at it, all this other stuff. And just me personally, like, there's some days I have good days where I'm confident. There's some days I go to the gym and I have those bad days. Some days I'm nervous, some days I'm not. But I embrace each and every one of those, each and everything about it because that's the name of the game we're in. If I'm not embracing those feelings or the confidence, the lack of confidence, then it's like, what am I doing? Um, but confidence has been an issue. Like I said, some days I'll go to the gym and just get destroyed, and I'll go home not listening to music and like, yo, what am I doing? Am I good at this? Am I gonna be good enough to fight July 15th? But that's what camp should be like. You're not gonna all have all the good days. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some bad days, and I embrace that. It's part of the grind, and I love it. I'm here for it all.
So whenever fighters say that their training camp was perfect, that's like an answer that you give when you don't have an answer, right? Pretty much.
I guess. And if they had a perfect training camp, then that means they were not training how they should have trained. I can tell you that right there. I can tell you that right there. They must have not been going with the best people. They must not have been putting enough rounds, and they must have cut their shelf short. But no, I don't believe in a perfect training camp. It's impossible. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my opinion. It's not facts. That's just my opinion. I don't want to get shot over that one. But I think if people say, "Oh, I had a perfect training camp," this and this one, nah. Just be honest. Training camp was good. Had his off and on days, but we got better. That's the number one thing about it.
And 7 months, around 7 months between fights, before getting this title fight book, what was your training looking like? Were you there every day? Did you take some time off or?
No, I stay in the gym. I stay in the gym. I stay I'm every day, because we have a big team and we have a high level team. So everybody's always fighting we have fights every month. Every month we have teammates going into fights, multiple. So we got to help them stay ready. So that's just that. So I stay grinding every day, man. So not really such thing as training camp for some of us. We just make adjustments and start sharpening our tools towards our opponent. So that's kind of what it is with us. That's why we're very successful in what we do, and hopefully July 15th we can keep that success rate high.
So you're basically like in a rotation then, you fight and then you got your teammates fighting. So you guys are just switching spots. You're helping him, he's helping you,
Oh,
it just
absolutely.
goes.
Yeah. Yes. It keeps us all together, and it keeps us really close as a team because we got to be there for each other, and we know that like, oh, he was here for me for my training camp, so I got to be there for him for his, and it's just ongoing, and that's how you build a bond and trust with your team.
Seems like there's a lot on the line with this fight, man. What is the mentality? What is the mindset for this matchup?
Go in there and be better than I've been in every fight. Every fight I go into looking to be a better Kris Vereen, a better martial artist, a better fighter, better than last fight. And that's all I can do. I can't predict stuff. I suck at predicting that stuff. I suck at guessing stuff. So what I do is I handle what I can handle, and I go in there to be better than I was last fight in every aspect: striking, wrestling, jujitsu, everything, and the rest will take care of itself. So it is a lot going on this fight. I honestly, there's a lot of people that's messaged me like, dude, you're 8-0. Just why are you taking this fight like this? This is a high risk fight. Like, I wouldn't do that if I was 8-0. Just stay sharpening your tools, blah blah blah. You're on the way. Don't mess it up. I'm just like, hey, you got to do this stuff. High risk, high reward. Especially against an opponent like Evan Cuts. So some people call me crazy. Some people say you're doing the right things. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm the one in there fighting, and I'm just looking to display a better me.
There you go, man. We're gonna see it July 15th, Peak Fighting 30, Frisco, Texas, main event, welterweight title, all that
Yes, sir.
good stuff. Chris, appreciate the time, man, and all the best in the fight.
Man, I really appreciate you for having me, man. Last time we talked, I had a good outcome, so I'm praying this time we can have the same thing, and maybe we can talk about it afterwards. I pray.